Hey guys, this is Sarah here. I just wanted to say the first 45 minutes of this show are about our personal lives and about things that are happening within them that we found annoying or dramatic or rather funny. If you do not want to hear about that and instead want to hear us rant about Destiny, skip to about 45 minutes in. That's where that shenanigan begins. So I hope you listen to it and I hope you like it. Have a good day, guys. This is gaming with oh, fuck me.
Started
out so bad already.
No,
This is gaming without sanity with Sarah and Thomas.
Yeah, how you doing? Start off fresh and hot.
I'm starting off real caffeinated, real good, real ready.
Oh god.
Alright, so today we have two basic topics. We're going to be talking about Destiny, which I have stopped playing, and I believe, Thomas, you kept playing it. Have you played the newest release?
The expansion isn't out yet, but my phone's a little loud, so I'll just move that to the side.
Silence your damn phone.
I will turn it down. I'll do that. Okay, fine. I'll put it on Rumble.
Okay, good.
Rumble. What am I fucking playing? Mario Party 5 or some shit?
I know, what the fuck, Rumble?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the one that said
physics.
radical yesterday?
I did.
Yeah.
I did say radical. I said sick, and then I said radical.
He's just like, how white can I get? I'm like, you'll be completely white, and you're like, oh, this mayonnaise is too spicy.
The funniest part, I was dying at my own joke about that, because I was like, no, but I have vegan mayonnaise. So it's like, that's a next level.
The next level of white. No mayonnaise on the bread. But, yeah.
We also gonna be talking about some bullshit that has been happening this week, just in life. So
yeah,
Sonic, go ahead with that.
With the bullshit that happened this week.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so I woke up late for work yesterday, but before I get to that, it's just been shit fucking week now, because I knew that my check was going to be short this week because I missed 2 days last week, not on purpose. And the reason I missed 2 days is because one day I was like, I don't want to go to work on Monday because I'm still recovering from the weekend I had for my birthday and shit. And then that Friday, I accidentally woke up late, and I woke up so fucking late. I was like, shit, I'm like an hour and a half late for work. So I was calling in to see and be like, is it still possible for me to make it into work? And they're like, yeah, if you can make it in by 9. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, in my head, I was like this. I'm going to order McDonald's for Uber Eats. Then I'm going to go in the shower, and I'm going to, what the hell? Oh. Then I'm going to go in the shower, and I'm going to start, and I'm showering all shit. When I get out the shower, I should be fucking, the food should be about here, because it's only on 79 and shit or whatever. Excuse me. Food got here. Brought it in, changed clothes, ordered an Uber to go to work. I showed up to work around like 8:45, and I was like, okay, I missed like 2.5 hours of working on shit, but I'll still get some money in my check. And then that's when I woke up.
Better late than never.
Yeah, but that's when I woke up and everything was a fucking dream. And it was like 9:15.
Oh my god, are you kidding
me? Yeah. I dreamt the whole shit. But it's so scary because it was like, when it was like 7:30, I literally was awake when I saw the phone. When I looked at my phone, and it said it was 7:30, and I'm like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do with this fucking shit. And then I just woke up late. I just felt, I guess I felt like sleeping. It was just all a fucking dream, and it was such a fucking mind fuck for me. I hated it so much. I was like, no.
That's fucking insane, dude.
I woke up, my body was heavy, fucking everything hurt, and I was just like, this can't be happening. Dre called me later on. He's like, what happened to you today? I was like, dude, I dreamt that I went to working on shit. He was like, oh, you're having the nail pipe dream. So I was like, the nail pipe dream? He's like, yeah. When you start having those dreams, you're working here too long. I was like, you've had them? He's like, everyone's had them here. He's like, you had those dreams here. You working here too long. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Tuesday was like the only easy day out the week, though. Tuesday went by fast. I'm glad about that. Wednesday, that's when things went hell. My supervisor was going to write up a guy on the test rack because apparently he kept sitting down on a pipe because he didn't want to stand and all. But apparently
Oh
But
my god.
apparently the policy is you're not supposed to sit at the test at all. The president said it himself, and he told the supervisor. Supervisor told them, they didn't believe him. So they was gonna write him up. So then his dad came over and was pissed as shit and everything.
Oh, this
Yep,
guy.
this guy came over, pissed as shit. Like, why you gotta be picking on my son when fucking Andre and Tom just sitting in your office all fucking day? I'm rolling pipe on the rack for them at this point and all that shit. I didn't hear him say that. And I went to the fucking bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Dre's just sitting over there. He's pissed as shit because he's like, you guys gotta bring my fucking name up and shit. I'm like, dude, you need to go tell someone about that shit because every time something goes down, he fucking breaks our name up and shit. So
Yeah, what the hell? That's like a constant thing where he's like, but they, and it's like, well, for one thing, it seems like, because you made it sound like in that specific area you aren't supposed to sit, and he's like, but what if they're sitting in this area that's meant for sitting? It's like, what?
it's like there are parts of the factory where it's like you can sit down and all that stuff because it's like we have pipe machines and all that, and it's like you go up like 2 or 3 steps, and then it's like the machine is like up to like halfway point of your leg. So it's like you would sit there and watch like the fucking pipe being made and make sure it's being welded on the right seam and all that shit and everything. So that makes sense and all that shit. But for other people and all that stuff, that's the helpers. The helpers can sit down. The people who run a machine have to stand and like make sure that the fucking sheet of metal's going in there right and all of this shit. But they also sit down. And no one says anything to them about that. They're not supposed to sit down, but no one says anything to them about it. So it's always coming down here and trying to start shit with us. But it's like we're the ones that load like fucking 6 trucks a day and move all these pipes around and take pipe from you guys and land down places because you guys don't have no more room and all that shit. So
Yeah, you're the ones doing the
yeah.
work.
So we're not. So our supervisor, after coming from the president's office, was like, "Don't." He's like, "Don't be in the office for a while." And I'm just like, "All right." And I was like, "All right." I just stand up the. I was like, you told me when it was winter time and all shit, and we were sitting in the office to get warm because we did like 2 hours of work straight in a row. I was like, I'll stand outside and I'll get sick and all that shit or whatever. And then they blame, and then they're like, well, why didn't you get in the office? Like, fucking Blase Blah said we're not supposed to sit in the office and all that shit, even if it's supposed to get warm. And the rules are that the person that can only sit in my supervisor's office is the car loader and the hooker. And guess which one I am? The hooker. I'm the hooker. I'm the hooker at my job. And yesterday, no, not yesterday, Thursday, that's when it all went to shit. That's when the shit really hit.
Oh god, that's right. I forgot.
Dude, fucking Thursday, it was like near the end of the day and all that shit. One of the guys left work because they didn't want to do a certain job, so he J-nayed. And Steve was like, oh, I'll test for the last hour. And it's like, the only reason you want to test for the last hour is because you want to fucking spy on me and drink and see what the fuck we do. And guess what? Every 5 minutes, he kept looking around the corner trying to see what me and Dre are doing. Reloading a truck and all that shit.
Boy, what the fuck? Does he have a crush on you guys? What's happening here?
He's upset because it's like, he's like, Rob picks on my boy and all that shit. But he's not going to say anything to these 2 guys and all that shit. Well, I'm going to find fucking, he's like, I'm going to find something for them to fucking do and all that shit. Which is why he kept going to the vice president and has been trying to make him add stuff onto our job description that's not even ours. Like,
Bitch.
like one of the things they want to do is like he's trying to be like, well, make the hooker put pipes on the rack for the testers. It's not my job. My job description says to do work and move pipe to and from the South Shipping Department. And the area where they want me to put pipe on the rack is not the South Shipping Department. So they want to do that, but they can't because it's not my area. Unless they want to make it my area.
Yeah.
But in order to do so, I have to agree to it in the contract, which is in October. Which is if they bring it up, no, I'm not going to agree to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the person whose job is, and then they actually came to agreement where it's like, okay, he's not supposed to put pipe on the rack. That's the patch rack welder's job. But he doesn't want to do it because he's like, the pipe's too heavy and blah, blah, blah. And like, my legs be hurting, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, give him a different title. Can't give him a different title because patch rack welder is not even his job. That's his temporary job. His job is test rack welder. But that's been his temporary job for 2 years because they won't make that an available job.
Oh my god.
So I told him, I was like,
there's so many politics at your fucking job, dude. I don't.
It's so much shit. It's just so much shit.
I think I just ignored everything when I was like working a regular job. I just like literally was so just like, I don't give a flying fuck. And it just always like kind of. So I think that's my issues. I just literally ignore like one of my jobs. Side note, I remember the most drama I remember was one between me and an overnight guy. I actually got in trouble for writing him a vulgar note, which just said, damn, fuck you. And they asked me, did you write this? And I was like, yeah, he's pissing me off. But the other one was at Best Buy. And again, I'm dense as fuck. But then, so like one of my coworkers was hitting on me. I found out later. And because the other coworker was like, dude, do you not understand what's happening? I was like, no, I've gone to school with him. I didn't know, whatever. But then during that whole, I was blind to that, but not like that. But apparently, like, our store manager and one of the managers were fucking. And, like, had a whole affair. And then, like, everything went under. And, like, a bunch of people got fired and laid off and left. And I was like, all right, bye. I don't know. I left before they all got fired. And I just found out later. I was like, oh, wait. Ooh, a lot going on behind the scenes. And I'm just up front like, would you like an HDMI cable?
These new LAN cables are 20% off if you want
them. The sweet thing about working at Best Buy is if you buy from one of their brands, like their in-house brands, you get it so fucking cheap. Like they had the giant packs of batteries that had like 100 batteries or something. I got it for like $5 to $7.
Damn.
And they're good batteries. Yeah, no, it's like if it wasn't the shittiest job I've ever had, besides GameStop, you know.
You worked at GameStop for a while, right?
Oh my god. I gotta tell this. Okay. So yes, I did work at GameStop for I gotta say a couple months. Because I left my job I had for like 5 years at Hot Topic. And I went to GameStop because he promised me all this stuff. Well, the store manager proceeded to be a flying shithead. He's still store manager. Joe, if you hear this, I'm sorry, you were an asshole. I got in trouble with the other manager. Yeah, no, he knows. He knows I'm mad at him. At least he should know. But so the other manager started yelling at me about something I said because I closed the night before and then I came in the next morning and he's like, you didn't do any of the shit that you need to do. And I was like, what shit? And he's like, what are you talking about? You need to do this, this, and this. And I was like, oh, Joe said I could leave that for you. Like, I don't know. I don't have any. And by the way, I got hired on as like fucking management. I could be there alone and he didn't teach me how to return things. So I was like, I didn't learn any of this shit. And the look on this dude's face was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, just so you know, I'm not angry at you right now. I'm really angry at him. And I was like, all right, thanks, man. You're the one that hired me. I'm scared. So not only did he not train me, but he berated me.
Oh, no.
So I was the only PC gamer. No.
Sorry, my alarm went off.
Oh,
yeah,
your
I had
alarm.
an alarm
I was like,
set
what?
for like in case like I always.
That someone was calling you. I was like, what is happening?
Meanwhile, I woke up at like 6:55. I'm like, I think I woke up a little too early for the podcast. I can't go back to sleep. So fuck it.
Boy, I am up at 3:30 in the morning. 4:30 your time. Yeah, I get up when John goes to work. He works at 4.
You just stay
anyway,
up?
So, yeah, I just do shit in the morning. I paint and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so it was me and this other girl. We were the only ones that played PC games, and like he didn't even have a PC. But in front of customers, he tried to act like he knew what he was talking about, and I had to interject and be like, "That's not at all what that is." this is this, and this is, what this matters. And he tried to say Alienware was the best type of PC, and I almost shit myself laughing. It's a lot of money for just a pretty object, guys. I'm sorry. It's really not, they might look cool, but they're not worth the money.
I remember.
It's just, you build it yourself.
I remember looking into Alienware when I wanted to get like a PC before, and I was like, it looks cool, but goddamn, it's so fucking expensive and shit.
It's expensive. It comes with it comes with like graphics cards and good core stuff, which you can just buy for cheaper. But it has really not a lot of memory, and that will fuck you over the long run. So like, it's just not worth it for the money. But so he would do that shit. He berated me and was sexist to me in front of customers, like very heavily, to the point that I'm a very emotional person. I wanted to fucking strangle him, but there's a videotape, so I was like, okay, I won't. I was really mean back, and then he had a giant crush on me because he asked me if I feel bad. I have no one listens to this that knows this guy. He asked me to peg him in the ass.
Oh, that's the guy.
He's like, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you can keep your. I was like, I don't think my boyfriend would like that. He's like, you can keep your top on. I was like, I don't think that's the issue, my man. And he's like, if I won the and like halfway joking, halfway serious. It's like, if I won the lottery, could I, like, would you be my mistress for like $10,000? And I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like trying to get like trained on how to use this fucking register, and like what? So I left and I didn't even put in my 2 weeks. I said I emailed the DM and I was like, I'm fucking leaving today, bitch. I'm done. Because I'm scared he's gonna fuck me over more. I'm done. And so, and he still thinks I left because of another job, which I was like, no.
No, you want me to peg you in the ass, dude.
Yeah, the store manager drove over that day, and as I was working, he pulled the store manager out and was like, dude, and basically was like, she's a very good employee, and just, I guess, kind of like he came back in looking like a beaten puppy, and he was like, yeah, I kind of got shit for you leaving.
Oh,
like,
wow.
The store manager was like, or the district manager obviously knew what was happening and was like, fuck, man, you got a good one. Oh, and when I was like, yeah, well, I said something about the manager who hired me was like, yeah, she like complimented me because I know about video games. And then the other one, and my store manager was like, well, that's like saying, well, out of all the interview people, she was the best, but that's like saying she's the prettiest whore at a whorehouse. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna leave now.
I'm gonna go before the next guy asks me for even kinkier thing to do.
I got asked if my choker was a day caller.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that.
Yeah, he was a sweet kid.
Stop! Fucking phone.
I can hear him. Why do I hear meowing?
There's no meowing.
I thought I heard Timmy or someone.
Oh, no. Timmy's voice is back, by the way.
Oh,
yeah, his voice is back. Marcus' voice. His voice comes and goes because TK chases him, and then he'll fucking growl and howl at him and shit for chasing him. Yeah.
Ugh.
But I don't know.
You got fucking loud cats.
Well, just when they want to be. Timmy's the loud one. He'll meow for attention and shit.
All of our cats are loud.
Shit.
They just all like to scream.
But
so what else?
So Thursday.
Yeah, why'd you get? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Thursday, when it was like 15 minutes left to go and all that shit, Dre was sitting down on like these banding wires, and I was leaning against the truck. He was explaining to me how he was going to load a truck on Friday and like how he was going to do it. And Steve is at the end of the test rack, and about 15 minutes prior, he told Rob that it's my job to roll the pipe down the test rack. And he's like, it's not Douglas' job. He's like, it's Douglas' job. Tell him to go do that shit now. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, no, it's not his job. He's like, it's his job, or do you want me to get John out here? He's like, I'll pull out the job description. He's like, right here in Tessa's job. To move pipe to and from test machine. He was like, well, it's not on a test machine. It's beyond the line. It's like, no, it's not. And then he tries to claim that like this certain line that's on the test rack is no longer a test rack. And it's like, no, this line represents where the water will no longer drip into the test rack tank and all to like reuse the water and all that shit. all the way down to like you get to the fucking pavement on the ground again right here, man. Shit. Then that's when I'll take it from. But then 15 minutes pass, goes to my supervisor's office, tells him, hey, what's that policy about not sitting down and all that? Tells Drake to sit up. Drake's like, are you serious? And he's like, just sit up so there's no problem. So then Drake sits up and he looks over to Steve. He's like, no, you's a bitch, man. He's like, what? He's like, you's a bitch for that. And I walked by going to the office. I'm like, yeah, that was a bitch move, dude. And he looks at Drake. He's like, I'm a bitch. He's like, I'm a bitch. You's a real bitch. And he's like, well, I'm a bitch. He's like, yeah, you's a bitch. Sitting around not doing anything. Well, I'm sitting around doing nothing. He's like, yeah, you sit down, you lazy ass all day not doing shit. He's like, so you want to come down here and tell me not to sit down and all shit? He's like, yeah. And he's like, but then tell them up north to do that not to do that shit. He's like, huh? He's like, who? He's like, you. He was like, I ain't doing that. He's like, then why you come down here telling me to fucking stand up and all shit? He's like, because you don't do a goddamn thing. He's like, I don't do a goddamn thing over here.
He ain't in charge. What's he fucking doing?
He thinks mentally in his head that he's a white hat and all that shit, and he can order other people around and all that shit. Because apparently he's worked there for 30-something years and all that shit, and he's a union rep and all that shit. He can do this, that, and woo and all. So then Dre starts yelling at him, like, tell them up north not to sit down and all that shit or whatever. He's like, all they do is sit down up there and they talk around and all that shit. You come down here and you see me working, and you still trying to find an excuse to fucking add shit on to me if like things I'm not doing all. And he's like, like what? He's like fucking the other day on the test rack and all shit. He's like, keep my name out your mouth. He's like, what you mean? He's like, you bringing up my name on the test rack and shit, and that's something I didn't even do. I was doing something else. He's like, I'm gonna bring your fucking name up because you don't do fucking shit up in here. He's like, I don't do shit up there. He's like, how come that 1 week when I was doing nothing but y'all's work because you was backed up there? It's like, well, we was giving you something to do for fucking once. He's like, all I do is work down here. And it was just, shit. It was getting heated. Their voices was yelling and all that shit. You could hear it across the factory. Fucking.
Well, you've been having issues for a little backstory. You've been having issues with this guy for a year. Fucking as long as I can remember.
It was for like a year. Like the whole year.
So this isn't just like random.
No,
it's not. I don't know why he keeps coming to fuck with you guys.
Oh.
He wants to take you on a date-o.
So then, fucking, they're getting to each other's face. Rob trying to move Dre into another cupping room and all that shit. And then Dre's like, all right, I'm going to go. He's like, I'm going to go. And he's like, I'm going to go. And he's like, nah, get the fuck back here. I want you to do something. He's like, get the fuck back here. You want to talk all that shit? You going to do something then. He's like, I'm trying to walk away from the shit. What the fuck you trying to do? He's like, I want you to do something. He's like, come at me, boy. I want you to swing at me. Swing at me, boy. Come on.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, whoa. And it's like,
how are you union rep and you're like, fucking fight me?
Meanwhile, his son tells me, also, like, my dad, fight. I don't even know what the fuck he's trying to do. So then, I'm trying to separate them. I'm trying to separate Dre from him. His son's trying to separate him from Dre. And then he's like, don't you fucking put your hands on me. Don't you ever put your fucking hands on me again. Don't you put your fucking hands on me. I'm like, I ain't touching you. I was like, I ain't touching you. I'm trying to separate you two so nothing happens. He's like, don't you fucking do shit. He's like,
oh my God.
He's like, don't you fucking do shit to me. So then my supervisor's like, you need to go to the room. I was like, I need to get my bag first from your office. He's like, get that thing go. I walk you towards the office. He's still raising his voice. I turn around. I just say, like, see, that's a bitch move. You calling him a boy like that. The next thing you know, he just goes like, you shut your fucking goddamn mouth. You can't say shit up in here either. He's like, you've been here for owner like a goddamn fucking year. You can't say shit yet. And you don't do fucking shit up in here either. I'm like, who? He's like, yo, motherfucker. I'm like, who the fuck you talking to like that now? He's like, you don't do shit up in here either. You're just a lazy ass motherfucker. I'm like, now I know you ain't talking about me because I do just as much fucking hard work. Same with us up in here. He's like, I don't fucking think so. I don't think you do any fucking work up in here. You don't do shit. I'm like busting my ass off for a full year and all that shit. And I missed about like 3-4 days up in here and all that shit. You can't say shit or whatever. I don't give a fuck what you say. And he's starting to get in my face. He's fucking yelling so hard. Fucking spit flying in his mouth, laying on my glasses and shit.
Oh my God.
Laying on my glasses. So he's like, I want you to do something. Come on, do something to me. I was like, I want you to do something to me then. I'm going to stand right here and take my fucking ground. So I want you to do something. You don't want to come in closer. What you doing? I ain't moving. What you doing? then 2 supervisors are like moving me from the other room, and I'm standing there like slowly, like what's the word? Like arrogantly, like not moving and all that shit, like refusing to move.
Stand your
Yeah,
ground.
I'm standing on my ground, and they like kind of like gotta force me to move, so I'm taking like one step at a time slowly. I'm like, you ain't gonna do shit, cause you nothing but a bitch ass bitch. You ain't nothing but a bitch, man. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do nothing, bitch. All you is talk. You ain't gonna do shit, cause you never do shit. All you is talk and no fight. That's all you is. And Drake slams the door in his face. Then the fucking vice president comes out of nowhere.
Oh, no.
And then he comes around the other test rack and all shit, still yelling, trying to walk towards us. Then he sees vice president. He's like, you gotta do something about these boys, because they don't do shit, and they gonna start shit up in here. And then fucking he
started it!
So then he's like, I don't know what's going on here, but we need to solve this shit right fucking now. He sees me and Drake angry as shit. I'm staring at a fucking door. Drake's pacing back and forth. He sees that we're like upset. So he gives us pen and paper. We're writing out everything that happened, the witnesses and all that shit. We went to go talk to the vice president. We explained to him what happened. And then he was like, come in tomorrow morning. And we're going to interview everyone that was there and the people that was instigated, which is you two and Steve. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. So they was doing an investigation. So I was actually late yesterday. I got in around 7 o'clock. When I got in, my supervisor was there and was like, you need to wait upstairs until your name is called down here. I'm like, okay. He's like, you clock in? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right. So 5 minutes after waiting upstairs, I'm talking to Dre and all, they call me downstairs. They interview me for everything that happened yesterday to make sure that's going by what I wrote down and all. And I was like, and I explained to them everything. So he looks at another supervisor and he's like, Tom, is there anything you want to add? You think you can add into this? He's like, nah. He's like, I think we got a clear picture on like who actually started what and like whose fault it is and all. And there's only thing they was upset about is that they said that I threw my helmet across the room and all that shit in anger. And I was like, I didn't throw it across. Yeah, and I was like, no, I didn't throw it across the room. I tossed it at the table. And it was like, well, it's still not acceptable. So it was like, here's what.
Well, yeah, but there's a big fucking difference.
Yeah. So it was like, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to give you points, but we are going to send you home today with pay. We're not going to give you a point for what happened. What happened yesterday? We're not going to give you a point for showing up late today. And I'm like, okay. And they were just saying that, like, what happened is irresponsible, shouldn't happen and all that shit. And I was like, I know, and I'm sorry, but it's like, and I'm sorry, but he's been bothering me, like, personally for a year, and anyone can tell you that. Even fucking, I was like, Josh, Alex, my supervisor, Dre. I was like, even the crane operator and all that stuff, he sees what goes on. He, like, harasses me on purpose and all that shit. And I don't know what his vendetta is against me, but he harasses me. And I wasn't saying anything for like the first couple of months because I was new and I didn't want to seem like, oh, well, he's already new. He's already starting to say like there's problems, some shit, or is he just making shit up? No, I didn't want to be like that. And I was telling him, I was like, I was going to say something to Mark Anderson today about it because I was getting close to the last straw. But everything happened yesterday, so I was like, that's what it was. So went home and all that shit. We got a phone call later on, and they said they want to come to work Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. They apparently want to have a sit down with me. So I'm just kind of like with Monday now. I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to deal. Not want to deal.
Well, I hope that this, like, goes in your favor because it's really, like, every time we talk about your work and you're stressed, it's literally always this guy's fault. So it's like, he just, I don't know, man. And I feel like, so if there's a squabble and it's like this whole thing, I always partly feel like it depends on every situation, but I always get suspicious when it's like the new guy and the guy that's been there the longest, and it's like, because I know people who have been there a long time, and it's never like, I'm gonna take this person under my wing and help them out. It's always like they get fucking possessive of their job and think that I hate to say this, but they're worth more than they think they are, like, as from a job standpoint.
Yeah.
They always think they're way more important than they really are, and it's like, they're just like, you don't understand the mechanics of this job. And it's like, it's not that fucking hard. It's not that difficult. Just leave me alone. I'll get it. If you want to give me pointers, that's chill. But, like, I get a bunch of, like, older people trying to sabotage younger people in the workforce. Yeah. And it's like, all right, fuck off.
I don't know. So, apparently, after I got home yesterday, Drake called me. And he's like, yo, dude. I was like, did you say anything too? He's like, yep. He's like, I told him I was working on it. So I told him the same thing. But they said they need to send me home because they need to go on with the investigation. He's like, yeah. He was like, by the way, there's talking about Steve and all. And apparently Steve's going around telling people. Remember that thing I told you about him saying that he knows my dad and all this shit, but every information he gives me is wrong? He said he's now telling people around the fact that he actually knows my dad.
No, that's not okay.
It's not. And I got on his ass about a month or two ago. And I'm just like, well, one of these days my dad's actually gonna come up to the job and he's gonna have nothing to say to him except the fact that he knows that he was raised in Roseland. That's the only thing he knows of my dad. Because when he was trying to Facebook stalk me one day, he found two Thomas Basanos. He found mine and he found my dad's. So he thought the one that was me was my dad's. And I was like, wait, why are you trying to look at my Facebook page? He's like, cuz. I'm like, that's not cool, dude.
That's so creepy.
He does this to everyone. He wants to try and figure out everyone's fucking their Facebook page and all that shit or whatever. So they can see like what their family member looks like, see what their sister are, like their wife or their girlfriend. So he can joke about it and shit. He jokes about everyone's fucking wife or girlfriend at the job. And people had told him like, stop it, because it's not fucking funny. That's my girl. You know, shit like that. Dre told them that when they was interviewing him yesterday, he was like, stayed on the record that I want Steve to stop talking about my girl, like, period, because it's not funny. And I have a personal problem with it. And like, what you mean? It's like, he'll constantly try to bring up my girl and try to make a sex joke about it. And it's not funny.
That's right.
And I'm like, that's why I have my Facebook with the private.
I don't understand. Know what I'm about.
I don't understand the guy. And then like the fun part is that like his son is cool. Like me and Dre, like we're cool with his son and all that shit. His son's pretty cool and all that shit. Dad is just irritating. I told him that too. I was like, dude, don't take this personally. I was like, you're a cool guy. It's just your dad irritates me and all that shit. And I hope you don't take that personally. He's like, nah, that's understandable. My dad just doesn't know. Shut the fuck up when he needs to. I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna say, it always seems like the kid is like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know. He trying to look like this big shot motherfucker at the job when he's still an employee. He's just a union rep. But apparently that gives him a bigger title, apparently.
At least in his mind.
And that's why it's been kind of a shitty work week this week.
How you messaged me and you were like, I got sent home on Thursday, by the way. I was like, what the fuck? You're like, I was saving it for the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's like a fucking soap opera.
I swear. So apparently, like, when work was done, Dre got a call from one of the employees. By the way, you know the guy I always said is a liar in my job? John? Yeah.
Toucan Man?
The guy who owned a Toucan, and apparently they're making a cloud-based Xbox console and all that shit. Yeah. By the way, I meant to bring that up too. He thinks that he says 100% confirmed they're making the new Xbox console coming out. It's going to be a cloud-based system, which means it's like you'll no longer be able to buy games. You have to download them onto the console, and I'll just say they will be saved on the cloud storage base. And I'm like, no, fake news. I was like, fake news. It's like fake. Just like you told me, like they're making the Nintendo Switch Pro. No, they're not. Apparently, dude,
Whoa.
what's up?
So there's the leaks that they don't know. Xbox is developing a cloud-based Xbox console, which may release by 2020. But where did all the text go? Hold on. It's just like a streaming console. It looks like he just read the fucking, like, it's not, it looks like he just read a title and was like, that's exactly what it is. And then just fucking, he sounds like an idiot. He just sounds like he's super gullible. Like someone could hand him a fucking parrot and be like, it's a toucan.
He bought
and so I think he read this and he was like, yeah, no, it's totally that. But it's like, no, it's going to be basically, what they're trying to do, it looks like, is compete with the Steam box for some fucking reason that wasn't that big of a success.
Mm-hmm.
That was just, or the Steam machine that's, yeah, whatever the fuck the streaming one was. And they're just trying to compete with that, and then PS4's PS Now, or whatever the fuck it was. So that's whatever. He read the title and went just on that. That's beautiful.
This is the guy who bought insurance for his dog. Yeah.
What?
Oh, I never told you guys that, huh? Yeah.
No, what? How?
I don't know. He swear to God, he says that he bought insurance for his doghouse, and everyone called him out on it. And apparently, they called him out on it so hard he went to the locker room and he cried. But the thing is that apparently I'm not supposed to call him out on bullshit, because when he's proven wrong on the spot, he gets upset and he cries. Which brings me to my next point. Two things. The rumor at the job now is that come Monday we'll be suspended either for the week or 3 days, which I hope not, because we didn't do nothing wrong. It was just yelling. It was just all a verbal argument. Just Steve wanted to try and make it into an aggressive fight, and
yeah, and you guys didn't cave to that.
Yeah, and the other thing is that one of our coworkers that we work with says that John said that when after Jay closed the door from Steve yelling at us, apparently I fell to the ground and was rolling in a ball, crying with snot coming out my nose. And I was like, if they don't suspend us for the 3 days and all that shit, I don't want to see John no more. Because like now he's just making up lies around the factory and all that shit about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, he's just an idiot. Now it's like, no, he's fucking just straight up lying.
Yeah, that shit ain't happen.
What the shit?
And here's.
What are you doing, boy? There is weird noises.
Oh, my bad. I started squirreling my fucking headphone in the laptop. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, what is happening? Like you were playing it sounded like you were playing Rock Band with the drum kit, but very slowly. So I was like, what is happening?
But yeah, the funny thing is that he said that because he said he saw me rolling on the ground crying. He wasn't even in that part of the factory. He was all the way on the other side of the factory and all that shit.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's enough about that. So,
that's the venting part of the show.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I don't know. I feel better. I had a headache and shit yesterday and everything from all the jive from the day before, but I don't know. I feel better. Still sick. Still feeling sick, good. But hopefully trying to get better from come on.
Everyone's fucking sick. I'm the one with no immune system, and I'm fine. I guess it's because I don't leave the fucking house. I'm like the bubble kid. I just don't leave.
Yeah, that's true. You stay in. You play Sims. You play dating games with like the gorgeous boys and shit.
Yes, where I have a poison collar on.
I miss Finnis.
I need to finish that one still.
I miss Finnis.
I know you miss Finnis.
I miss him.
Miss his sweet little cream pie ass.
Oh. Don't even get me started.
No, we're not getting started.
I miss him. He's so cute.
I miss Impy. I don't know. I was so happy they didn't have. We're talking about Code Realized, by the way. They didn't have you fuck your brother. I was so happy for that because I thought for sure people were like, I wanted to fuck Finnis, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck Bunhead. And so then it's like, no, you get to fucking liberate him, make him realize he's loved in this world, and basically, like, go back to the fucking mansion. Spoilers, by the way. And, like, be fucking siblings and normal. By the way, the mansion, I realized the mansion where there were a pile of bodies out back that Finis murdered the townspeople. Like, I don't see, we wiped out half the town and they're super chill with us just living there, I guess? Question mark? Whatever. Okay. So, real quick, I got some bullshit to tell you about.
Do it.
So, there is, in our neighborhood, and I live among 3 different schools on one of the, like, mid-range part, not the nicest part of the town, but not, you know, the bad part, which is the north side here. So I live right by the hospital and right by schools and churches, and so there's this, like, they think it's because of this quote-unquote gang that's popped up. I live in the fucking, like, I live in South Dakota. There's not a gang. Like, fuck off with that shit.
It's a made-up gang.
So it's some bullshit. Like, I guess on the Indian reservation, there is some bullshit going down that needs to be resolved and whatever. Anyway, not getting into that. So, and they keep, for a while, they're spray painting shit, and they were, like, just doing graffiti, and it's, like, this fucking, and it changed every time, because it was the trident that you always see, and then they put some shit next to it. It just randomly depended, like, I swear to God, one said, like, the Trident 64, I thought they were coming out with a console. I didn't know what was happening.
No.
Well, so we've had thefts. They go around, and apparently what happens is the guy starts at one side of the street, like our side of the street, and he drops 2 guys off, and then he drives to the end of the street. And then they go on either side, and they check car doors, and they check, like, garages and stuff to see if they can get in to steal shit. Well, our neighbor up, like, on the corner caught them because their Subaru had been broken into, like, 4 times. And so they were like, fuck it. They stayed up, and he unlocked it and made the car beep right as they were going for it. And he's like, can I help you? And they start running, and his wife takes off in the van, a different car after them, and ended up losing them. The cops didn't get there in time. It was nighttime, so she didn't have a good enough description. Well, in retaliation, they slashed all 4 of his tires, put a pitchfork in his tire at a different point. For 3 years, they've been harassing him. They even went as far as to loosen the lug nuts on his front tire, in hopes that the tire would probably, if he didn't notice and check it, the tire would have fallen off while he was driving and he would have crashed.
Oh,
so fuck that. Well, we woke up one morning and John calls me as I'm just sitting here, like, checking news and stuff. And he goes, you need to take me to work right now. 2 of my tires are flat. And I was like, that's super fucked, because they're one at the right front and one at the back left. Turns out he did get his tires slashed, and he has to change that. And since it's all-wheel drive, he had to change all 4 of them. So we just got done dealing with that the last couple days, because he's so pissed off, because he's like, I get that. One of his friends is even like, good tires are worth the expense, dude. And he's like, my tires got slashed, you fucking nugget. Like, it wasn't a planned adventure. It was like some bullshit that just happened. So, you know, shitload of his money later, we're fucking back in business, really scared that they're gonna there's no reason. John's the nicest guy in the world. I don't know why this happened. Well, yesterday started the Sturgis Rally. Do you know what that is?
What is that?
It's a load of bullshit. So, a town about an hour away or so is Sturgis, and we have, like, a lot of iconic towns. We have Deadwood about an hour away from us, which is, you know, all the bandits, all the bullshit, you know, Deadwood, Mountain Grant, all this shit. So, that's wonderful. It's not that fun of a place. Real fucked up past, though. But Sturgis is where all the bikers gather. Keep in mind, I live about 5 minutes away from a bandito hideout. Like, they'll fucking kill you. And then them and the Hells Angels come here, and it's basically like, people have been known to get surrounded by bikes and, like, driven off the road here during it. So, wonderful. But I fucking hate bikers. I'm so sorry. I fucking hate them. They're terrible. They don't follow any laws. 2 people just got killed because they ran a stop sign, and a truck that was multi-trailer truck was driving 45, unable to stop. He didn't have to stop. They had to. and they got crushed under the first trailer. So, like, just all, like, the last 5 days, I've had to deal with this shit where they just, like, and they'll have to stay at their little group. And so when they're going through something, like going through a light, one will sit in the middle of the intersection and block traffic so they all can go through. So, yeah, it's just, I've had to, they break all the traffic laws. They aren't careful. They keep running through lights and shit and getting killed. And then it's just, everyone drives like utter ass here. We had someone from Illinois going 2 miles an hour on our street, like my little side street, and we honked at them. They got all fucking pissed off and tried to fight us.
Yeah, people
get out!
Illinois hate other state people who drive now.
I don't give a shit. Get the fuck off my street. If you don't know where you're fucking going, pull over, you stupid son of a bitch.
Nah.
Like, I'm just trying to go home, bitch. Like, it was this older couple and their daughter, and I honked at them, and then they honked back and just started all honking more, and then they, like, were fucking yelling, and it was like, fuck you. I fight you and your daughter. Get the fuck out. Punch your little daughter in the face. I don't give a shit. Quote me on that. Okay. Please don't.
No. Put that on a t-shirt. Someone out here who's going to listen to this, put that on a t-shirt.
No.
I will fight you and your daughter. I already have trademark.
I already have a quote.
What's your quote?
Don't fucking test me. I just want to fuck some dads.
Okay.
Or bang some dads or something. It was when people were, it was a whole Dream Daddy Discord, and then I fucking tweeted that. My friend was like, put that on a shirt, and I made a crop top. So, I own a crop top that says, don't fucking test me, I just want to bang some dads.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, after almost an hour, Destiny.
Here we go. The big topic. The whole shebang of it. The game that people hate it, and then all of a sudden they love it again, except for you. And like 5 other people that you know and all that shit.
Five other, okay.
Well,
both that.
Probably plus.
I don't hate it. I'm angry.
Yeah.
So, the big thing is, preface this, we actually met through
Destiny.
My boyfriend playing Destiny. Yeah, and then he did LFG, started playing with all you guys, and then I started playing in the midst of that, and we all started talking and shit. Destiny 1, we played fucking every night. We did, Prison
of Elders.
What the fuck was that? Prison of Elders.
Yeah.
We got fucked up on that because I was like, Curse of Osiris, I don't remember. Prison of Elders, we played like nightly, and we all like had a giant party, and it was just, we constantly. And then Destiny 2 came out, and we had an issue with Destiny 1 with some parts being the whole, we bought this, paid a bunch of money for this, paid for 2 copies. That was before all this, literally bought a second PS4 to start playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was just playing 360 and PC. So, we are all playing together and stuff, and then they started basically, they kept coming out with DLC and then charging $35 for it. And it was like, okay, I'm not as chill with this, but there's some good content, so whatever. Here's my issues, though, with it. Hopefully they solve this in the next one. One of my minor issues I still bitch about being that when you make your character, there's not a ton of options. A lot of it's pre-made. You can't just, like, edit it. And it's just... And you can't change it later, which I would love a microtransaction to buy more hair, to buy more different face paints, to buy different eye shit, whatever. I have a specific set of what my character I want to look like, and I can't make them as bitchy as I want. So, and you can't rotate the character in the character creation screen. I still don't understand that. I wanted a dude with a samurai bun. I got a fucking triple bun. Thanks, Ray. What the fuck? But, so after 2 came out, we started playing it again a bunch, and it just didn't feel right, and it just kind of, I was like, okay, cool. It just kind of felt like Destiny 1, but a little more bare bones. And I thought, well, maybe it's just because we only have the base game, even though I hate to say that, because a base game should never feel bare bones.
Yeah.
I played Dragon Age base, and it doesn't feel like that. But we stopped playing after after the expansion pass. Yeah, when we got those for free, and John said, if the next one we have to pay for, I'm not fucking doing this. We've already sank a bunch of money in, and I don't feel like it's been worth it. And there's still a bunch of issues that we're having. I remember the first night, me and Brittany, our other friend, were really pissed off about the character creation. They changed nothing. You started at 0 again, but you could, and it was like, nothing made sense to us. And so it was like, all right. And the story was not very long.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right, well, hopefully, it sucks that it's pretty bare bones, but hopefully, DLC. Well, the DLC's never added a ton. I mean, the last one we played, I think the War Mines, was that the last one we played?
Yeah. Because I remember I was going to play with you guys, but you was playing.
The story lasted like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing with Trey. And it lasted like an hour and a half, and it was like, wait, that was the story? And it never feels like any story. It's like fucking WoW, but on drugs with the whole we're not going to finish the story thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but what the fuck? And it's like beloved characters are getting, like, the strangers just fuck her, I guess. But, so we stopped playing, and my big thing is, by the way, the community is absolutely shit for Destiny. Fuck everyone in that community.
It's what?
It's like, there's such shit. I'm like, I have a grievance with this. I like this game, but I would like some changes to be done, and I feel like they're fucking ignoring all of us. And then people are like, the main comment is, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. Yeah. Don't buy it. And I'm like, the fucking issue is I already bought it.
Yeah, that's the problem. I bought the game, the game was empty. I put the fucking game in the machine, and it just it loaded it up, and it was just like,
it feels like a chore. I load it up and I get anxiety immediately, and I'm like, I want to kill myself. Where I have to drink to make it fun. And even then, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Also, can we stop with the fucking Galahorn? We get it. There's a Galahorn. Make another fucking weapon. Dear fucking Christ.
No, I want the Galahorn back. Works so hard.
It's gonna be 30 more episodes of them being. I know, but the balancing that game is shit. It's like fucking. It's like the kids that it's like, okay, balance these two things, and so they just like slam their fist down on it. And it's like that wasn't. No. But I want to know because, and I know you have good thoughts about the game. I don't. But I love the game. I wish it was better.
Yeah.
But how was the new expansion?
Well, here's the thing. The expansion isn't out yet. The expansion comes out next month. Yeah, the expansion comes out next month. It comes out in September.
Okay,
yeah,
John lied to me. How have you been enjoying it up till now, though, that I fucking dropped off? Because the other issue was the last time we all played together, we did the fucking raid, which was next to goddamn impossible, and we almost lost some of our friends over it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that like we could glitch it, you would have never got it done.
Yeah.
Because y'all was like, yeah, we're about done. Mm-mm. We was trying to do it the normal way, but at like the end of the day, like the last like 5 runs, it was like, okay, we'll do the glitch run of it, and it's like.
Because it was like 17 raids in one. It made no sense. It was like 5,000 bots, and it was like, what the fuck?
So, okay. So, here's how I've been enjoying Destiny 2 lately. Only reason I've gotten back into playing it is because, one, Dre was dragging me back into it. Like, I literally woke up one day, and he's like, get on Destiny. I'm like, why? He's like, hurry up and get on. I get on. I'm like, he's like, we gotta go to IO. I'm like, what are we going to IO for? He's like, Whisper of the Worm. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about before I get the fuck off? I was like, seriously, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, they added in the Whisper of the Worm. I was like, okay, seriously, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, it's a new sniper rifle. I was like, you seriously made me get on the game at 9 o'clock in the morning for a fucking sniper rifle? He's like, yeah.
9 a.m.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, so I guess I'll check out and see what the fuck it is then. So apparently this event is a weekend exclusive. You can only do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mm-hmm. And it's trivial as shit. You have to wait for a public event to happen in a certain area on IO. Once it happens, you got to kill one specific monster. And that monster is a boss that's going to be in that specific event later on. So, kill that guy, a portal opens. Go into the portal, and then you have to start with this 20-minute long It's not 20 minutes. The time limit is 20 minutes. There's platforming and shit you gotta do, and there's gotta be like certain, and it's gotta be a specific way you gotta go. You gotta go here, you gotta land here, and you gotta crouch down here and wait for these things to stop moving in and out so you can go into the right area so you don't get pushed off the ledge. Then you gotta run and jump and not get pushed off and not get sniped. And then once you get to like the final main end area, there's like 4 rooms you gotta go through, full of enemies and shit. So you gotta defeat one room, then another, then another, then another. In the last room, you gotta kill a bunch more enemies. There's a bunch of blight orbs in there. You gotta destroy those, because once you destroy enough enemies and all that shit, and you blight orb, then you got 3 bosses you have to fight. And by this time, you should have at least about like 8-9 minutes left on the clock. And if you don't have like the right specific weapons, you're not going to finish that right. And it was like last Saturday we did it, and we got it. It took us 3 hours to do it.
Oh
and
my god!
And the reason it took us 3 hours because we had one person with us. I'm not gonna say their name, but they was messing up so much they weren't listening and all that shit.
Is it the person I know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god. I'm shocked.
The new free event that's happening right now, and it's called the Solstice event. Basically, it's a month-long event, and the game is reflecting destiny of what happened in like the past year. And for doing so, they give you free this free green armor set, which is basically the armor set that your character was wearing after you get the shit kicked out of you by the giant Gaul and all that shit, and your armor was. It's great. And apparently, if you upgrade all the armor to Legendary Purple, you can get 400 armor. There's a lot of shit you got. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit you got to do to it. In order to upgrade it, you have to do specific tasks for each part of the equipment that you're wearing, and then you have to wear the full set. Which, by the way, if you wear it, will make your light level 279 because it's only at like 200, I think. You have to go.
Christ.
You have to do Redux missions, which is like 5 different missions. The game's like base campaign. You gotta do that. You gotta do those, and then once you finish doing that, you go back to the Statue of Heroes, and it'll upgrade your stuff to blue. And then if you do all the new stuff for it, it'll upgrade it to purple, and then you'll be done with it. But apparently that's not all of it. They apparently released another Triumph book thing going on for Destiny, and by the way, in Destiny lately they've added in bounties back into the game, but it only lasts for like a day. So like you get these bounties, you complete them, okay, they're done. But if you don't do them, they expire, and you can get them. You can get a different set of bounties the next day. But they brought back bounties. They broke the Crucible, but they did it in a good way. So here's
God. How do you break the Crucible?
So here's what happened. Apparently, when they launched the new Solstice events, there was a bug that happened for Crucible, but apparently people in the Destiny community are okay with this, and they don't want. Because what happens is that now you're only paired up with people in Crucible that are on your same skill level for like Crucible. Like there was that emblem, and it would be like, this is like how you are in Crucible and all that shit, instead of being paired up with random people. Apparently people said it's slower, but we feel more of a competition going on. Crucible. Like it.
What if like did they go on like the average or something, like split the difference? If it was like me and then like John and Trey, I'm fucking Garbo. I think. Would it like split the difference? Would it go by the lowest or the highest, or I don't know?
I think we'll do like somewhere in the middle. It'll still get like good people and also people that are like still lower tier and all that stuff. Try to do so kind of like how Overwatch does it, where it's like, you know, like I'm Bronze Star 2. And it's like, it'll pair me with other Bronze Stars, even Bronze Star 5 little Bronze Stars, but I'll still get the occasional. I'll be fighting them against, and I'm like, oh. But they've done that. They released a new Sonic and all that. There were, I'm not gonna lie, when Destiny came out, like, I had already played the beta because I had pre-ordered and all, so I played the beta, and I already knew what was going on with the first mission. They changed it up a little bit, but I still knew it was
that's what John
what
did.
was going on. But with the rest of the story, I think it was pretty cool. But I think they should have focused more on like farm, like Hawthorne and all that stuff. People who didn't have light, which was cool because it's like there's a civilization outside the tower. People who don't have the power of the traveler, and they survived out here for years. And it's like,
well, here's the thing. I see this whole, like, when we were up in the tower, which, by the way, I still laugh when I think about the person that wrote that fucking article about the preview for Destiny 2 where Cade was making, like, being a little shit like Cade does.
mm-hmm.
And he was like, the tower is getting destroyed. You spent so many hours here, and he's making jokes. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? But speaking of the tower, being in the tower and looking down, seeing this whole civilization, I was always like, I'm curious about that. Let's hear about that. Why the fuck don't we get to see that? Like, people just living their lives.
Yeah.
I know it sounds boring, but that's what I want to know about in this universe. Like, they make it sound so unlivable if you don't have light. Well, I don't think it is, because everyone seems to fucking have light. Everyone's a guardian. We don't see these people. For all we know, it could be giant scheme.
Yeah. And then
I don't know.
Like, it was cool that they introduced, like, instead of, like, being like, okay, like, there's the moon, there's Earth, there's Mars, there's Venus, and then it was some other. It was Uranus, I think. I don't know. Don't be mature, god damn it.
I've never once been mature.
When they was talking about, like, the new planets, I was like, okay, these are new, made-up planets, but they're cool. Like Titan. Titan's cool as fuck looking. Because it has like this fucking, like, it has this, it looks like water, but it's not water. It's like toxic water. It like electrocutes you and all that shit. Why can't we get it? Like, we've had missions like we go around and like we're underneath it and all that shit, but I want to be underneath it. I want to see outside the window of like the water and like be able to see the surface and shit. But when it came out, I did play it for a while. I was like, because when Destiny 1 came out, I played it, I beat the story, and then I was done. I didn't feel like going back to Destiny until Jay was like, let's do the raid. And I was like, what the fuck's a raid? He's like, don't know what a raid is? I was like, dude, I haven't touched this game in like 2 weeks. What the fuck are you talking about? Then he's talking about...
Yeah, Destiny was not... It's never been a game that you want to play on your own.
Yeah. It's like... And the thing is like, in Destiny 1, if you wanted to get the good shit, you had to do the raid, like, people. And then that's what Dre was doing.
Yeah.
Like...
That's every MMO, though.
Yeah, like, when I started getting back into it, it's like all the stuff out. What is this? The fuck is that? And I'm like, why do I need this specific item to upgrade my weapon to the final power source of it for max damage? I'm like, oh, the only way I can get this is from either doing raid or getting one from Iron Banner, which was asinine hard.
Yeah.
And then the second DLC for, like, the first DLC came out for, which was the Dark Blue. Second one after that was the Prisoner Elders, which was another way of, like, getting more power shit. But to me, the best expansion for Destiny that's come out so far was the Taken King. Because
I came into it during House of Wolves when that just came out. The fun part for me was dropping in, being a level 1, and immediately getting fucking just wrecked by a bunch of wolves falling down from the sky. I was like, alright, sick. I don't know what's I was like crying, freaking out. And I was like, John, what do I do? And he was like, oh, fuck. That's the DLC. Get away from them. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Fucking... Well, yeah, like, to me, I was like, I remember for a House of the House of Wolves, the Taken King, because they was adding in new stuff. It was adding in new weapons, which like people was asking. One of my friends asked me like, "We need swords in the game, dude. How cool is that?" Then bam, the DLC came out. They put it in swords. Swords is a cool addition and shit. Then they also put it in on the game new source of enemies, which was the Taken, which was like the other enemies in the game, but they had new looks, they had new powers, they can do different things that the other enemies, like the fucking annoying.
It was a reskin.
Yeah, it was a reskin, but it was reskin. And I remember telling people like, I want new race of enemies for like the next in the game, and I still haven't got my wish yet. I still haven't. We've had reskins, like we've had Region. I mean, we have the Cabal, which were reskinned as the Red Legion, but they was made more of a threat.
See, yeah, that's my thing too. Is it feels like half the time, I'm not. If you worked on this game, I'm not super ragging on you. I kind of am. I don't know what the situation is though. I feel like it's a lot of really lazy programming because like I don't feel like a lot improved visually from. They might be wrong. Improved visually from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. Besides, if the engine updated. And updated graphic or updated textures and stuff. But like it doesn't seem like it improved much, and it doesn't feel like a lot like the energy that wasn't used to improve graphics went to anywhere else. Because I still feel like the story is lacking a lot. Like it was a bunch of different hurried writers trying to throw it together.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the game has so much more. That's why I'm getting pissed. Is the game like Evolve or something? I'm like, yeah, it's a shit game. Fuck off. Bye.
It
Done.
promised so much.
But this, I'm like, you have so much potential.
Yeah. One thing I feel that like I'm scared of the Forsaken DLC is that I hope they don't try to pull too much like they did with the Taken King, which was we had a new enemy, we didn't know how to face them all. So we had new weapons, we got like new subclasses, which was cool because I still like tossing hammers at people's faces. Then in the Forsaken DLC, we have a new enemy, air quotes on that right there, which is basically Prince Aldrin, who is now going to taste my fist on his face when the expansion comes out, because they're killing off a real character. Destiny, how did you do this to me?
Oh yeah, that was in the preview.
We can talk about that. I mean,
they killed the one character we liked that had any personality. It's wonderful.
When Destiny 1 came out and like your 3 Vanguard leaders had like personality, and then they decided to give the one person personality, which was Cade, the best thing ever, and carry that over to 2.
Yeah.
Fucking great thing. But it's like I talked to Vivi on PlayStation and all that stuff, and we was talking about like, well, let's think about it this way. An expansion was about like getting revenge on Zavala. Would you play it? No. If it was about Ikora, would you play? No. See, because no one cares about those 2 characters. People care about Cade.
The only personality Ikora had was at one point when she wouldn't just shut the fuck up. She was like, "My light is gone. I don't want to die. I may as well just kill myself." And it was like,
pretty much.
What the? She pendulumed between I want to kill myself and I don't want to die, which is fucking my job. But like, fuck off. That was her entire personality for a chapter, and then she's back to be. I don't know. They literally just like they were so milquetoast. It was so cool.
Yeah. Fucking, but yeah, Forsaken. With the one thing that draws me to Forsaken is that it's like, okay, it's not just one new subclass. There's a rumor going on that we're supposed to get a hive-like subclass, acid-like some shit or whatever. And I was like, that doesn't sound like a word. But instead,
no, that and it's like. You'd have to make a new character. It was just logistically didn't sound like it was gonna work.
Yeah, or if they were gonna do something like that, at least face the character. Apparently, and I'm pissed off about this shit. Some people digged up artwork Destiny before they like scrapped half the game and rebuilt it. There was gonna be a 4th race of people. I'm breaking up.
Breaking up.
Yeah.
4th race of Pete.
Now. Okay, apparently there was gonna be a 4th race of people in Destiny. Not better?
Not better. No, not better. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Shit. Hang on. Hang on. What now? Sounds
Now
better?
it sounds
Okay.
better. Okay.
Apparently there was supposed to be a fourth race, a fourth character race you could choose from, and it was going to be a moth-like race of people in the game. And people was like, well, if you make Destiny 2, at least add that into the game, or like make that as like an unlocked feature later on, because it's like, come on, moth people, and they were cool as shit looking. They had like cool ass designs and all.
Mothman.
They had cool ass design, but they didn't add it in. People were still upset about it. But I get a giant fucking fire hammer. I get to launch myself like when I'm the striker, and I put up a giant ass shield when I'm the shield titan now.
Hold up. There was a petition on change.org to put the moth people in Destiny.
Say what?
There was a petition on fucking change.org to have that happen. Oh, they look sick.
Don't they?
Fucking whatever.
That just made you upset, didn't it?
I'm signing because of moth people.
We could have been moth.
Forgot about this. With
race.
moth people, I can finally remember. Seriously, we need new enemies, not just reskinned ones.
Yeah, that's right. It was I Hate Everything who started that petition. Because he was like, come on, moth people.
Yeah. I like Destiny. I want to see its full potential. Hey, same bitch. Oh my god, hold on. Matthew Shields is, I'm fucking with this boy. Although I stopped playing Destiny, I think it can still be a great game if the developers make an effort in the right direction, since Destiny was such a flop at launch due to cut content. Fucking yes. Yes! Every comment is just moth people. Moth
people! Come on, moth people! I
don't know, man. I love the game. There's a lot of potential. They keep going downhill, though.
Yeah.
They keep cutting more and more and changing stuff, and it feels so pieced together. I'm just like...
Apparently...
There was a really good whole thing, there was a really good whole thing written by this girl about how it was very beautiful, and basically I could really relate to it, about like we all started playing together, we made friends during it, we stayed up late eating pizza and playing Prison of Elders and you know, trying to get the Gallahorn so we could defeat Crota, I think it was at that point.
Oh yeah,
Crota's End.
Crota is still
like that.
If you go back to it, it's Crota is still glitched out.
Yeah, of course they can't fix it. Look at which they, instead of making sure their games aren't glitched to fucking high hell, and like the maps aren't so easily breakable, they're like, let's just make it impossibly fucking difficult. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with it? Where's that? Why is that the solution you came to? I don't know. I just want I want it back. I just had so much hope for Destiny 2. And then we get in and it's like, nothing in the character creation screen has changed at fucking all.
Nope. That kind of pissed
like,
me off too, because
ported.
I wanted to change my character's like hair or something. But I couldn't. There was nothing new to it. So I was like, alright, I guess I'll just roll on in the same way and all that shit or whatever.
Well, and some people, I understand, like, long hair is very hard to animate when you have movement. But it would make sense for a larger amount of short hairstyles because of the fact that you're in a fucking war.
Yeah. Your helmet's constantly on all the time.
Well, yeah, and you can, like, take it off and stuff. I want my character to be cute. And, like, the thing is my first thing was, like, why don't they just have... would be so easy to program. Fuck everyone. Just have, like, a buzzed head, but with different, like, types of buzzes and different, buzz designs in the side. Because when you fucking get bored at the tower and be like, I'm just gonna buzz a flower into my fucking head. I mean, yeah. They could have done so much more.
So much more, but they've done so less.
Yeah, and the fact that was your first, encounter with Destiny was... Destiny 2 was booting it up and going, wow, they just ported the character creation engine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that, and then it was just like, okay, this is very not, they focused on stupid shit, and it didn't feel like they actually focused on anything. It felt like such a thrown together, like, it didn't feel like a new game, I guess. It's so much to the point where it's like, well, then why did you make a new game? Why did I lose everything? Nothing was given as a good enough reason to me, and it just felt like they tried to be like, and now they're trying to capitalize off of like, for a while they tried to capitalize off of beloved parts like Sweeperbot. They just kept going, but Sweeperbot, and it's like, okay, that was a joke the community made. I get if you want to include it or make it really cutesy, but then like, but that's great. Now focus on other shit, homie. You're the ones making the game, not us who just like to make memes. And now they're killing off the one character that we like. It's like, I don't. Now you can't even bank on him being lovable, which is hilarious because Thomas and I and a couple other people actually made this joke. A friend of ours who doesn't even fucking get on anymore, Carlos, I see you, fucking get on. He was so slow and distracted by other shit to finish the game, like, when any of the rest of the group was doing it. So he was like, we were talking about like, oh, look, Hawthorne is there. And like, joking about, I guess she's an honorary guardian, which that wasn't a hard thing to see, is that she was going to live. Like, we know she's going to live through whatever. Mm-hmm. And be at the tower, the new and improved tower when we go back. Well, then he's like, oh my God, you guys spoiled it. And we're like, no, we didn't. And he goes, oh, well, I figured that someone must have died. So we all started joking about how Cade died. And he got so fucking, like, emotional about it. And we were like, yeah, it sucks Cade died, man. And we started, like, talking about it and talking about how... And all of us were in on this joke. And then and then he gets to the end and he gets on. He's like, fuck you guys. Can't believe you fucked with me like that. He didn't die. And now he fucking died. And I feel like an asshole.
What the fuck?
Yeah, remember that?
Kind of remember that. It's just when he gets... It's
hard.
It's hard
jokingly were like... We're like, yeah, we jokingly told... That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we jokingly told Carlos that we, quote-unquote, spoiled the game with the most absurd spoil. We thought he was going to catch on and think that it was fake. Mm. We really thought he was going to be like, yeah, fuck off, you guys. I know he doesn't die. Why would they kill off their most beloved character? Like, if Ikora died, I could understand. But we were joking about that, and he took it seriously, so we just were like, all right, let him believe it, because he's about to finish the game anyway.
Yeah.
And then, no harm, no foul. He finished the game, and he was like, you guys suck.
Oh, my God.
And then,
now I remember
now our prophecy has come to fruition.
Now I remember that. And just one thing I can say about Destiny is that I like the Dark Below expansion better than the first one, and I didn't care about any of the other not expansion DLC. I didn't care for any other DLCs after. Like main game for Edition 2, played around, got stronger, did a raid, beat it. Then it came out hard mode. Beat that once, I was like, done. Alright, I'm not doing the hard mode that shit no more. I've probably done like a couple other times, but I was just like, not even worth it. Then with the new DLCs that came out and all that shit. By the way, with the new DLCs, they finally came out with like a prestige mode raid. Other two raid layers, not a raid layers. Because it's not a new raid, it takes place inside of the main raid, just in both. So the thing that they did different with those is that, okay, you gotta be this light level, but the raid layer challenges you by making you go into it with a weapon. And I'm like, fuck you. So it was like 1 week, it was like the raid layer challenged you to be an SMG, a pulse rifle, and a grenade launcher. And I'm like, the fuck are we gonna do with this shit?
That's the weirdest mix of like
1 week it was like assault rifle, scout rifle, rocket. And I was like, okay, I can work with that. But no, and apparently they gave you an unlimited ammo reserve, but the unlimited ammo reserve shifts from weapon to weapon randomly. Yeah. So ammo doesn't drop on the ground. It automatically, you have to like switch in order to get.
You gotta figure out which
it'll show it an icon next to your weapon, but you'll have to switch that in order to like use the unlimited source of ammo. And it's stupid. And I'm just like, I don't.
So it basically locks off the other two weapons.
Yeah, it like you can use them and they'll run out of ammo. So until like the unlimited ammo thing happens for like your gun, this is what I was told from Dre, by the way. That's when it comes. And Dre wants to do the prestige race so back. He's like, they drop level 4 gear. I was like, I ain't got time to do that shit though. It's too much fucking work.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's too much work, and then it's like they do like the most bullshit thing. You can only go in with this specific weapon. What happens when when the weapon set one day is a hand cannon, sidearm, and a fucking rocket? Like boom, how about that? You ain't gonna do shit to no fucking boss with that shit. What? No, I want someone to do some shit to that. Ain't gonna happen. But yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care for the Rise of Osiris DLC. That was boring, and I hate Mercury. I was excited for Mercury. Mercury sucks because I know it's a small area and you can run it, but it's too much running, and this is like just let me spawn my Sparrow. And then they brought back Mars as a DLC place. And here's what pisses me off: how come in the first game this character was here, but now it's here as a DLC character? It's what's pissing me off with Destiny. Mars was in the first game. How come it's a DLC place now? Like why? Why? That's
yeah. Their whole and then they got caught locking off things for people that didn't have the DLC.
Oh yeah, they got
like well, no, just buy the DLC.
Yeah,
but they've made it so it's basically you have to play. You have to pay to play.
Yeah,
which is not what it was advertised as.
It was what it was. It was when the DLC came out for Osiris. They got in trouble because apparently people was like, "How come I can't do the raid now?" Oh, the raid's locked for people.
Yeah.
Only have the Osiris.
And they also other stuff as well. Locked off Iron Banner.
That too. It was Iron Banner and it was Strikes. So people could only play like base game stuff.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing that pisses me off because it could be one of two things in my mind. Counting out, I don't think it was just a whoopsies. I think it was either they're trying to force people to buy DLC, which is what I would immediately go to. But from the track record of just being kind of half-assy, I think they just reprogrammed it to work with the DLC stuff, and then it would not work with all of the base game stuff. Or you'd have to have... So they just, like, locked it off because they didn't want to fucking figure out programming. It could be one of those two, I think. And both of those pissed me off. That they're either just, like, really lazy and let it fall onto, just buy it, we don't want to fucking figure it out. Or, you have to buy it, we want more muns. Which, if they were so money hungry, this is why I think it's laziness. If they're so money hungry, again... Make a salon. I've been telling this for so long. Make a salon and make new hairstyle. Make it so the first time to change your character is free, and after that you have to pay $1.99 or something. And then after that, like you can earn hairstyles or earn face paint from raids. That'd be awesome. That would be cool
because if
right,
if you have
be something to show.
If you pay to get like Ingram boxes and then like 9 times out of 10 a shader. Which, by the way, drops in like packs of 2s or 3s. And if you want to make
I hate that
complete set of it, good luck, homie.
Like it's nice in the way that it doesn't just go for your whole outfit, but that's annoying in a way too. I don't know. I think whatever they did it weird.
I don't know why they decided to do shaders
like that.
But apparently, with like a future upcoming update, apparently it's supposed to be for the Forsaken DLC, what I've heard, they're going to add a shader deletion system game.
I love that we're excited about the ability to delete more than one shader.
I have 3
because my vault is full of like 800 of the one fucking like base red, maroon, gray color one.
I have a shader collection of blues. And they're like 386, and I'm just like,
fucking shit.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
I don't have time to sit here and just do that. I sit down at one point to delete like 50 shaders at one. God, it's taking so fucking long.
It's like every aspect of the game has become a grind. I don't get it.
Don't.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like I will pay you $20 for new hairstyles. Like, give me new hairstyles. Also, not every one of these hairstyles needs to be like out of this world, crazy futuristic. Like, give me a regular fucking pixie cut or something. I like it now because I've had it for so long, but my main bitch has an orbital mohawk. I don't understand that. I just thought it was a tall mohawk and I was very excited, and then it turned out it orbits her fucking skull.
Like fucking
so weird.
Capcom's Monster Hunter World doesn't have a loot box system in the game because it's like the stuff that drops that would normally drop from loot boxes drops in the game when we do. Am I?
You're breaking up.
How about now?
Yeah. Do you like just keep leaning away?
Yeah. Now? I'm good? Alright.
Yeah, you're good.
I have to unplug the headphones every now, apparently.
Oh, I thought you were just like leaning away from something.
Oh, no, I actually just leaned forward and he was like, you still break up.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Monster Hunter Worlds does have loot boxes because it's like the stuff drops from monsters when you kill them. The thing that they do make you pay for, though, is after when they have specific events. Like, they had like the Spring Festival events, and they had it where it's like you can hunt for this to make an outfit based off of Dante from Devil May Cry. And you have a chance of like getting his gun shooting emote, but it's gone. But they have it up there for like $2 to download if you didn't get it during the. Yeah. They have like different hairstyles. Like they have like 2 different hairstyles, and they're like $1 each, I believe. And I bought one of them because one of them is like, I have a female character, half her head is braided, and the other half of her hair is like all like long and shit. Like fuck yeah, this is what I was like. I was like, this is the hairstyle I want. I got seafoam cream and all that shit. I got face paint markings on her and all that. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, it's just got like character customization stuff that they have here, but in Destiny, it's like very fucking limited. They can learn something from.
They could learn something from in like every fucking sense of the word. I don't.
Still burn customization there, Sonic. Yes, burn. Drop that right there. So Sonic fan, but I'm burning that game. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Have you ever heard of Sanic? Sanic the Hedgehog? Instead of SONIC, it's SANIC.
I feel like it's like that. Scared.
Hang on. I suppose Sonic wrong.
Spelled wrong in the right way. Sanic.
Here we go. So, click. Here we go. I don't know why I just sent you that shit, but that's Sanic. Apparently, he was a meme thing created like forever ago.
Oh my god, my computer is fucking. It's having an issue. This baby needs an upgrade. Let's just say I've had her for a while and she's pretty base. Oh yeah.
They added in a Sanic t-shirt for Sonic for free, along with Episode Shadow, and apparently Sonic and Classic Sonic, Super Sonic and Classic.
Oh my god, this bitch.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about now, huh?
Oh, I know
Sanic the Hedgehog.
Sanic the Hedgehog.
Apparently they added in literally the DLC description for the Sanic t-shirt for Sonic Forces describes it as. Hang on, actually, hold on a second. I can right here. Download. Fuck, I have to go to the store. But basically, it's like there's like the Sanic t-shirt. It's a t-shirt that you need your own eating Eggman robots, or you need to make a haiku of Mount Fuji. And I'm like, did they just fucking Game Grumps right here? Seriously?
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
No, because
it's snowing
and
on
I
Mount
remember,
Fuji.
and that made me remember that there was an episode of Game Grumps. It was like fucking Sonic, the official Sonic Twitter retweeted at us, and they made a haiku, and it's snowing on Fuji, and I was like, oh great. I was like, I love it. Whoever runs that Twitter feed,
I love it.
is a genius.
I'm liking the whole corporate Twitter is engaging more type thing. I don't know. Some people get mad about it. I like it. Whatever. You try to fucking call out Sonic or Wendy's, they're gonna come for your life, and I'm fine with that. Because it's not, people think it's like the CEO tweeting. I'm like, no, it's some hungover kid who gets paid minimum wage.
Just like,
let them have fun.
Like when Game Grumps tweet is like, hey, Wendy's, hit us. And they're like, there's like, finish playing Pokemon Fire Red, and then come to us. And I was like, and then literally a week later, bam, they started playing Fire Red again.
Yeah, they were like, all right, you fucking incentive, I guess. Well, I think the corporate call out thing, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. The whole them having fun, I think, really started with Denny's on Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one I remember being, because Wendy's is the big one on Twitter, but that was like the last year or two. And Moon Pie kind of also is coming up in the ranks there. But Denny's has been shit posting on Tumblr for a couple years now, and they've just gotten fucking weirder and weirder. And like they're very much fourth wall, right? Like Denny's, whoever runs that just doesn't give a fuck, and is like in the middle of the night or whatever, like posting about like, man, you get a business degree and you end up doing this, some shit about like giving us backstory in the Denny's person, and it's wonderful. But that was like Steakums. Holy shit! Did I tell you about the Steakums thing?
Steakums? No, I don't think so.
Steakums. So
what is Steakums, by the way?
Steakums tweet. Steakums is steak because it's like fake steak in the freezer aisle. It's fucking nasty, weird. And it has like 1,000 grams of sodium. Mm-hmm. But so they were like, wow, it's really a trip running a corporate Twitter when you wake up from a bunch of Shane Dawson fans tweeting at you to give him a sponsorship. And someone said, hey, you should give Game Grumps a sponsorship first. Mm-hmm. And someone replied to that and said, for no fucking reason, by the way, there's no reason for them to come be a dick. Mm-hmm. They said, well, both of them kind of suck or something. Like, just being a dick for no reason. Did not add anything. And so I said, you sound saltier than Steakums. And Steakums fucking liked my tweet. Yeah. So I'm very happy that they're in on us roasting each other. But I think we're like almost 2 hours into the podcast. I think this is, or actually about an hour and 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. But I think this should be the cutoff point for next week.
We'll figure out something we can talk about next week. Something we can either praise about or, just shit on.
Yeah, we should, at some point we should be positive or about something besides Todoroki's dick or being tied up by Aizawa.
Or Boston cream pieing Finn's booty hole.
Yeah, I don't know if Finnis is of age or not. I think he is technically, he's your younger brother in real life, but the homunculus, he was made before you. So, I mean, who can say? He's not human. It's fine.
He's not human.
He's not human.
He's not human, though. So, technically, it can pass because it's like, not human.
The game really does question, though, what is humanity? And I'm not comfortable with that because that's like so much. It makes me freak out a little bit.
Already, in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you consider human? They can produce their own emotions. They essentially have organs. They can die. They, it's a whole thing. But they were man-made, but aren't. That's the thing, by the way. They kept harping on we're man-made, and I'm like, well, technically, everyone really is. So. It's just a different incubator. Anyway, we will We'll cut off here and we will see you guys next week.
Yes, we will. Make sure you guys stay beautiful. And remember, if anyone ever tells you something different and you want to be who you are and shit, just fuck them. Flip
Punch
them
them
the
in the
bird.
genitals.
And then you just grab them by the head and you just give them a nice ass arc. I swear to God. You know,
Nice ass
it's a
what?
wrestling move.
Oh, I was like,
It's mean as shit looking.
What are we condoning?
Goodbye, beautiful bastards.